So I'm thinking about possibly doing a different intro from my usual one. What's going on, YouTube? So I just finished season 1 of The Flash. You guys proud of me? I mean, that only took me like, what, a week or less? I'm a beast. When it comes to catching up on shows that I want to get caught up on, I don't around. I will definitely be caught up with The Flash before the season resumes. No question about that. And I already watched the first episode of season 2, and to be honest, I dislike that episode probably a little bit more than every single episode in season 1. So I hope that's not a trend for like the whole season. Now don't get me wrong, the episode was okay, but the overall vibe of it I just wasn't feeling as much as like all of season 1. But it was only the first episode though, so we'll see. So now on to the topic of the video. Lucaya vs Riarkle. The two big heavy hitters on Girl Meets World. The two best ships on Girl Meets World, not including Corpanga. Actually, to be honest, you probably could include Corpanga and I would say the same thing. You know, I never really thought to compare these two until recently, but these two ships seem to be most people's favorite on the show. So I have to ask the question, which one of these ships has the better chemistry? And which one of these ships has the better moments? And which one of these ships has the better story and build-up? I was thinking about possibly doing a video comparing scenes side by side, but I also wanted to do a video just talking about it. As you guys know, Lucaya is one of my favorite ships of all time. I'm not sure I could say the same for Riarkle, so needless to say on which ship that I personally like more, but this isn't just about my personal feelings. I think a real argument could be made that Riarkle is possibly just as good or better than Lucaya in a lot of categories. One of those categories being the moments that they share. Riarkle shares a lot of great and heartwarming moments, some of which I put in my 25 reasons that Riarkle is arguably the best ship on Girl Meets World video, which if you haven't checked out, I don't know what the you're waiting for. That video is awesome. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but if you were to compare best moments to best moments, I feel like Riarkle's #1 best moment came just recently in Girl Meets a Christmas Maya, which I talked about already, while Lucaya's best moment is probably still the campfire scene, although that's probably debatable, but that's what I would say it is. And if you were to compare the campfire scene to the scene in A Girl Meets a Christmas Maya, which scene is more powerful? Which one has more meaning? Which scene is more beautiful? I think you can make an argument for either one, but if I were to be completely honest, I think I may give the Riarkle scene the edge. But as far as all of the scenes overall, I would probably have to give Lucaya the edge, especially if we're talking about, you know, romantic relationship wise. But again, I mean, Riarkle, you can't just dismiss it. I think they've had too many great scenes for that. And if anybody wanted to say that Riarkle was the better ship, I wouldn't argue with them. I wouldn't agree, but I wouldn't argue. And I could see where they're coming from. Now, as far as who has the better build-up and story, well, I mean, that depends on how you look at it. I think Riarkle are the better friends, and I feel like their story is a little bit more slower building and more friendship-based, while Lucaya's definitely involves more drama because there's a triangle in the mix. But at the same time, if you want to look at Riarkle romantically, and you want to think of them as possibly being together one day, then I mean technically Lucas is in the way of them too. Lucas is in the way of Riarkle and Riley is in the way of Lucaya. Even though the triangle isn't being as heavily promoted as far as Riarkle is concerned. So I mean, there's a lot of different factors to look at, and maybe one day I'll make a better video about this, comparing the scenes and everything. But I just wanted to raise the question, which ship do you think is better? Which ship do you think has the better scenes? And which ship do you think has the better chemistry and story and build up? I think it can be argued both ways. And unlike Riarkle and Ruckus, this is actually debatable. But let me know in the comments below. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my live reaction channel that I just made recently, I highly suggest you do that, because like I said, all of my reactions are now going on that channel. That includes Girl Meets World, other TV shows, and other things entirely. That channel will probably one day turn into my main channel, so you do not want to miss the fun over there. So once again, the link to that channel will be in the description box. But I'm done talking. If you guys really enjoy my videos and want to help me make many more videos for you guys going forward, check out that Patreon link in the description box. And if you guys really enjoyed this video, you know what to do. But as always, until next time.